Get ready for sports news and entertainment. All right, here, your 7 minutes with Simmons starts right now.
The Oilers cannot be beat. Oh, Canada, I love you. I love Edmonton, and I love McDavid. Welcome back, guys. This is episode number 21 of 7 Minutes with Simmons. We're going to talk my sister with a fantastic accomplishment earlier this morning. A special guest coming all the way back home from Nova Scotia, and we're going to break down Edmonton's monumental return to the win column as they finally pull back 2-2. But first things first, my sister graduated just this morning. I cannot believe it. What an accomplishment for her and for our whole family. Just a surreal moment to see her walking across that stage, completing her bachelor's, looking to pursue her master's, 22 years in the making, and there she was, just drifting across the stage. And never been more proud of my baby twin sister. Technically, we're the same age, but that's my little sis. And Sophie, you mean the world to me. And I cannot wait to attack life side by side with you like two little pissed off honey badgers. Let's get it, Simmons. And for those of you who don't know, Sophie is actually the voice behind the intro. So today's one big appreciation note for my sister. Go back and listen to the intro to this podcast and see if you can recognize her voice for those of you who do know her. But today we do also have a special guest, Owen Mummery, back home here in Niagara Falls, all the way from Nova Scotia. Owen, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And thanks for having me on.
Dude, of course. Very happy to have you back. And we're going to get into some environmental science. That's kind of Owen's bread and butter, an environmental scientist. Can I call you that?
Well, technically, I went to school for engineering technology, and then I went to university for sustainability studies. A couple environmental classes with environmental science, but I wouldn't call that my main major.
Right. So you're just across the board with environmental stuff.
For sure, yeah.
So this guy,
Sustainability in general.
you are going to pave the way for us, man. You're the only reason we're going to survive on planet Earth.
That's what they keep on saying.
Owen Mummery, man, we need you. Yeah. But real quick, let's talk Oilers. What a response they had last night. I am impressed. Owen, did you watch the hockey game last night?
I saw some clips this morning. I was too busy hanging out with my dad last night.
And as you should, finally coming back home. Got to spend some time with the Pops. But did you, you obviously know what happened. They went down 3-0. They came all the way back.
Huge comeback.
And I was reading some articles this morning, and it was all Corey Perry. Apparently, Corey Perry, the vet, stands up in between the periods and addresses the team. Draisaitl spoke post-game about how the guys responded, and when he talks, everybody listens. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's, probably definitely in the double digits as far as seasons, but he's probably in the 20s now.
For sure, yeah.
He's been playing forever. But, and guess what? They come back out after that first intermission, going down. It's 3-0. They gave up 17 consecutive shots in that first period, and they found a way to completely flip it upside down in that second period with their own 17-shot period, tying this one up at 3. And of course, down the stretch, they take it 5-4 in overtime. It's just incredible what these guys are accomplishing, and even the losing side can appreciate it. It's like Christmas.
Oh, for sure.
It's like Christmas on ice. Paul Maurice, Florida Panthers coach, he made a comment this morning in the media saying that this is it's like Christmas morning
For sure, yeah.
for anybody who knows hockey and anybody who appreciates the game to be watching such a talented and skillful and entertaining finals like this.
Sure.
You don't get this every year. It comes around maybe once in a century.
For sure,
right?
yeah.
This kind of hockey. 240 minutes of hockey, 2 cities, 34 goals in those 4 games, and all 4 going overtime.
Crazy, man.
Crazy stuff. The continent is firmly on fire as these two teams just continue to throw down. And now we're right back where we started. A best-of-3 series for the Stanley Cup. Who's going to take it? Oh, and any predictions?
Oh, man. I hope the Oilers. They're looking pretty strong right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think all of us Canadians.
Yeah.
We're all in the same boat.
Yeah, you can't not.
We need a Canadian team. Yeah. We need a Canadian team, please. Bring Lord Stanley back home where it belongs. But I also want to talk environmental science since we have one here.
For sure.
You got a scientist. I guess we can call you that. Obviously, the environment is not trending in the right direction. So just talk, like, what are you guys doing? Like, what do you guys do to try and help us, right?
So I know the company I work for, engineering firm that focuses mainly on building science, mostly energy and building science. So what we usually try to do is decarbonization strategies. So that's like electrifying stuff. Back where I live in Nova Scotia, we have a heavy reliance on oil, even for like home heating.
Correct.
So there's huge opportunity even just to like retrofit that kind of stuff with high emissions for like electrification. We do a lot of heat pump recommendations and stuff like that, right?
Okay. Oh my God. In English, what does any of that mean? You guys are going to have to Google that from home because I can't help you translate any of that. But it sounds like some really interesting stuff. Sure. Now, what is the timeline looking like? You know what? Like we hear a lot about our planet dying. We hear about this stuff in the media, and you know,
2030, 2050, yada yada.
Right. Like, is there any truth to that? Like, what are we looking at as far?
It's all speculative, right? You know, you have scientists trying to like work out all these models that are predicting the future. How accurate that actually is, who actually knows? You have like people like Al Gore, who said all of our polar ice caps are going to be gone by now, essentially, and they're still here. So there's definitely been estimates that are wrong, and who's to say that current estimates are right? You know what I mean? You know, who knows? You know, the amount of degrees that it's been getting hotter each year is a fraction of what it's actually going to be to like be catastrophic, right?
Right.
You know.
So it's to say it's getting worse. Sure. But it's not...
It's a slow burn, right? And it could be a natural phenomenon. Like, who really knows? Go back thousands of years, we weren't really here. We weren't recording, you know, ice samples and shit back then. But...
So, I guess my final question would be, what is your prediction as an environmentalist?
I'm hopeful. You know, I'm pretty hopeful. If the planet is going to be going to shit because of, you know, weather-related disasters or whatever... climate change induced. Definitely not ideal, but you know, you can really only prepare for that by being resilient. I don't think that's a bad thing in general, you know, trying to build stronger buildings and shit like that. It is like, you know, the natural way that codes are going to go, you know, building codes and stuff. They're always going to get more beefier. They're always going to try and focus on something that they could, you know, turn into another business avenue for building codes and shit like that.
So basically just hoping for the best and continue to do what you're doing.
Very optimistic, you know.
As we should be, right? As we should be. I think for our generation, we need to be. You know what I mean? We got a lot of years left ahead of us on this planet. Better to approach them with the right mindset. Mm-hmm. Oh, and thank you so much for being here. We're coming up on the time limit. We passed it by a whole minute. Oh, boy. We've been doing that quite a bit recently. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Please be sure to leave a comment down below. We'll do a couple predictions. Who takes Game 5, and how many years do we have left on planet Earth? That's going to do it, guys. Episode 21 of 7 Minutes with Simmons. We'll see you next time. Peace.